Okay, so I was looking up online the other day, or well, a few months ago, how to make a homemade uh, photograph enlarger for a 35mm camera, negative. And I stumbled upon something that was like talking about taking your 35mm camera, leaving the back open, putting the negative where it was, and putting a light through the back and opening the shutter. The only 35mm camera I had at that time was a toy camera whose shutter was controlled by a spring. And, that didn't stay open for more than a millisecond or two. I told this to my photography teacher. He said he'd never heard of that before and he would like me to try it. And since I got a nicer 35mm camera from the 80s, I decided I would give it a shot. So, for this experiment, I decided to use, I tried it at my desk at first when I got home today, and I thought, well, this is good, but I bet we could get it slightly brighter, because it wasn't really that bright whatsoever, because I just had it light and, sunlight from the outside. So I decided to try it in my bathroom with no windows. Let's give it a shot. See, it's completely dark in this corner, and you can't even see it, and oh, look at that, oh, look at that setup. It's insane, I know. The camera, a little bit of reverb, the 35mm camera is right there. You can see that there. There's a little guy. Okay. And then the negative, this negative right there. The lamp I'm going to be using is a fairly high-powered lamp. It's more a desk lamp than an actual enlarger lamp thingy, but I decided that I would use it because it's the brightest thing I have. White piece of paper, and it is supported by a bowl, a photography book, and Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code, which I have never completed. And that's clipped onto there. We got this whole setup, including this little guy. Okay, now let us go lights out, and I'm gonna see what I can do. Okay, the shutter is closed, and I do not have the little hand-holdy, the little thing you use that you can scroll into the shutter that would make it so that it doesn't close. Okay, I have it around my neck. I'm doubting this is going to be any better, but here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Again. And there we have some of it, most of it, quite a bit of it. It's hard to get it to stay down, and then it gives that an interesting effect, but you can kind of see what it should be down there in the middle. We can pull it up, and that's basically the negative that I had. Trying to see, I have to pull it up from the actual body to get it to focus. Even kinda. The lens isn't gonna focus the whole thing, so we'd have to build something to pull it up just a little. And crank that back. Let's try it when the lamp is a little farther away. Might spread the light more evenly. I don't know what's gonna happen. Make it flat. Yeah, that didn't help at all. Let's see. If anything, it made it worse. Let's see with the light right on it. Okay, the light is pretty much on it. Let's see how she runs. Oh, much better. Although the light is, well, the negative is fairly bent, so there we go. If we can bring the negative up just a tad, it focuses it quite a bit. See, I'm bringing it to the body, to the light, to the light, to the body, to the light, to the body. Okay, we see that. but all in all, it does apparently work. It's just a little harder to focus. And if I had the little gizmo that makes my shutter stay open, I would probably like it way much more, and my finger's getting very hot. Goodbye. Also, this is just kind of an after idea. I just stopped that other one, and my negative, it almost burns it. Well, it doesn't burn it. It's like it's not straight anymore. If you can see, it was almost perfectly straight, but this little end from here to here is just. I mean, it was like that anyway, but it's got some issues. If you can see, it this end kind of pulls down. So and it was very, very hot as soon as I took it off. So that's probably a reason why we don't use cameras as reverse enlargers. And also, I don't think you should do this unless you have a better light, more self-security, like you know what you're doing, and, well, I guess if you got the balls to do it, go ahead.